Yeah, what's poppin', guys? It's your boy KJ back with another video. Okay, I've been sick for the last 2 months, dealing with some health issues, but I am back. We gonna jump straight into the video. I'm gonna react to this Charlie Kirk thing. I missed a lot. So we got a lot of videos to do. We just gonna get straight into it. Let's go.
14th Amendment was a post-Civil War amendment. 14, 15, 16, 17 were all during Reconstruction.
So what was it in response to?
Slavery.
Oh, and who were slaves?
Well, that's an important point. So do you
Who
think
was
affirmative
slaves,
action will
Charlie?
help heal the multi-generational problems of slavery?
I do. I really do.
Okay.
Because,
No.
so let's just talk about the
don't.
history for a second. Slavery begins in the early 1800s.
Earlier.
No,
Slavery?
1816 is the beginning of slavery.
1619.
Oh, yeah, it's what be.
The
Okay,
reason-
first slaves
the
come in
reason why I don't think it's gonna help
1619.
because it's
Doesn't
like, I just
end
think black
until
people are too damaged.
1800s.
Black people,
1880s.
Then we go into
are,
Jim Crow.
like, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, any way you could think of, physically just damaged. And I'm not saying that as an excuse, because as a black man who I think do pretty well for myself, I don't make it excuses. But I look at the people I grew up with, places I grew up in. That environment is the jungle. It's literally the jungle. I try to tell people this all the time. You put your family inside the jungle around lions and hyenas, you're going to have to kill. You're going to have to die. You're going to have to go hunt and steal food. You're going to have to do all that. That's what it's like living in poverty neighborhoods. I kid you not. I swear to God, it's literally the same. And if people could separate the fact that, oh, I'm a human. No. Just picture yourself as an animal. Scratch that. Picture yourself as a living thing that God created. God created so many living things on this planet. All living things hunt, kill each other due to climate, due to environment, due to where they live. So what makes us think us having humans live in a terrible environment not gonna do the same? Don't let me get on these podcasts. I'll cook. I will cook Charlie. I'll cook anybody. I just think differently. But let's just jump back straight into the video.
War starting in 1877, and black people are not given equal rights until officially 1965. Would you agree with that?
That's
That was
generally
huge.
the correct telling.
Yeah, so, 1960s, 1970s.
But just so we're clear that black Americans were able to serve in office in the early 1900s.
Damn,
they were able to vote throughout the 1900s.
1965.
But yes, there were poll taxes. There was Jim Crow laws. There was segregation. Of course there was. I mean, you have to be
Yeah,
delusional not to acknowledge those things.
Okay, so we can acknowledge all of those things. Can we also acknowledge, due to the laws under Jim
Who
Crow,
cares?
that
Like,
black
Charlie, what are you
people
talking
were
about?
significantly hindered from economic
Got it.
advancement?
This is a really important question. The data shows not really. It was evil. It was terrible. But black Americans are poorer today in 2024 than they were in the 1950s.
Yes, why do you think that is?
Good question.
Definitely
So we
had
have the
it.
Civil
Oh,
Rights Act, we
bro.
have more benefits, more government.
Who is creating the data? That's
Something
another
changed
thing.
between the
Can we trust the
1950s
person
and
who's
2020s?
actually
There's two
making the
answers to this
data?
question. Either America got more racist since 1950s
Okay.
to 2024, so like that 70-year period, because black Americans are worse off today per capita
Yeah,
than
I would
they
agree
were.
with this.
You agree with that? Okay, good.
Yeah.
It
Than in
did.
the 1950s.
It
Or
did.
there's another explanation, and I think the truth is somewhere in the middle, which is I think you would acknowledge that the disappearance of the black father has been the #1 driver
Duh.
of black poverty in this country. Now, there are reasons for that we could.
Yeah, what do you
Okay.
think the reasons for that are?
Well, culture is one. Would you agree?
So actually, let's go
And
back
then
to
you
the
could say
foundations
school
of
to
that
prison
culture.
pipeline, all
Oh
that stuff.
my
But can we at least agree that
Yes.
black
there's many
dad's not
reasons
being
why
around
there's
is
no
bad?
black father in the house. No dad not
Anyone's
be.
father not being around is a
Thank
bad
you.
thing.
Of course,
Not
but
specifically.
75%
Oh
of
my-
black youth are not raised with a father in the home. It's the highest of any group in the country. It used to be 25% in the 1950s, so it's gone up dramatically in 70 years.
Okay, so you are blaming the fact that black people have not been able to achieve economic equality
Because of
and
black
advancement in
progress.
this
It's 'cause
country
they've had decrease.
specifically and solely
Not
because
solely.
of the absence
Not
of black
solely.
parents.
It is the most primary ingredient reason. It's the most
So you
primary
think
reason.
it's the absence of black fathers?
Bruh.
Correct.
And you think
It's
what
the
else?
Public
environment.
sector's teacher unions that have kept these schools crummy and kids aren't reading and teachers keep getting paid and we don't fire bad teachers. That's a big thing.
Okay.
Now you
More on
blaming
police in our inner
teachers.
cities and not having enough
It's
police
the-
and not actually locking up criminals. Hear me out. For example, in Chicago, do you know that only
Charlie,
half
it's
of all
the
murders
environment, bro.
go solved in the city of Chicago?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
That's a problem, right?
That is a problem.
Yeah. So we need more police, more detectives to solve those murders. But I want to hear your points too. I'm talking too much.
So
You are talking too much.
let's
You're
go
saying
back
a lot
little
of
bit
nothing.
to what you said in the issue of policing. Now,
Cook
starting in the
him.
1980s and continuing onward, there's been a war on drugs. Is this correct?
I like the war on drugs.
You like the war on drugs.
You like the
So
war
during
on
the war on
drugs.
drugs,
What type of shit
it
is
created an
What did you
epidemic
just
of mass
say?
incarceration,
What?
specifically
Hold on,
of
only if you're using drugs
no
or peddling drugs.
What?
If you don't use drugs, then
No.
you don't go to jail, right?
What type of...
So you believe that the criminal
man's
justice
is
system
this?
is flawless?
No, I've never said flawless. There's a lot of people in jail that shouldn't be in jail. There's a lot of problems in any system.
Okay, so
But-
wait, let's
but
pause
however,
on that. So you
how-
believe that a lot of people who have gone to jail
small percentage.
shouldn't be in jail? A small percent.
Yeah,
What
but-
percent would you say?
5%?
You would say only 5%.
5%, Charlie?
We have a
Sorry, I gotta stop this. Let me cook. Okay. Charlie, your statistics, cool. They are what they are. Or whoever made it, I don't know. But I'm telling you, you know what beats statistics, people? You know what beats statistics? Experience. Actually, it's like analysts. Perfect example. You have analysts on TV talking about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. These same analysts never played basketball in a day in your life. I don't care what you watch. I don't care what stats you read. When you're on the basketball court, it's different. So when you speak on statistics of what's going on in these poverty neighborhoods, black people, black culture, whatever, if you never lived in the environment, you don't have the experience. It's completely different. I'm trying to tell you, I can never tell you what it's like to live in the suburbs. I can't do it. I can't tell you what it's like to walk down the street without hearing gunshots at a certain point in my life when I was younger, going to high school and stuff. I can't tell you that. So I can analyze it. It must be nice. The sky's blue. The sun's out. Oh, there's 5 police cars right there. Oh, there's 2 people walking. I can do all that. You can analyze statistics. You can do all that. What I can't do is tell you what it's like walking down those streets. Walking down those streets of those environment neighborhoods where this little black boy's starving because his parents, he don't got no parents and he's starving, so he about to rob you. Oh, you got to get a gun to protect yourself because you got to walk down that same street tomorrow because you have to walk to school. See what I mean? Experience hits different. You grew up on the wrong street, so now you got to be affiliated with this gang because they're in your neighborhood. Or you're not affiliated with the gang, but you got to walk to school and there's another gang that's going to bother you because nobody has your back. So now you have to join the gang to get protection, to have somebody to have your back. Fathers, black people struggle getting jobs because of system racism. So if black people struggle getting jobs, right? Just hear me out. Let me cook. If black people struggle getting jobs, so what are they going to do? Okay, I'm not getting paid enough here. Okay, so let me sell these drugs. Where did these drugs come from? The government. Oh, let me sell. They put it in these neighborhoods. They're not dumb. Let me sell these drugs. Let me try to go get my son some sneakers. Let me try to go get my daughter a new gift because I wanna impress them. What happens? The cop catches them, go to jail. Oh, I need a gun for protection. Cop catches them, go to jail. Why they need a gun? Because like I told y'all earlier, they live in an environment that is like the jungle. It's survival mode. If you live in survival mode, you need protection. It's a trap. It's always been a trap. You don't need a gun in a suburb neighborhood because ain't no violence happening there. You take those kids from the suburbs, put them in bad poverty neighborhoods, I bet you they're going to get a weapon. I bet you they might do it the right way. That's cool. But there's always going to be some people that don't. So you see what I mean? That's what happens. Now, black father out the house because black father went to jail, whatever, died, went to jail, whatever. Now the black mom, the black woman grows up masculine. She becomes masculine because she is now everything for the house. She's the nurturer, she's the provider, she's everything. So now she's more masculine. So when it comes to relationships, it affects relationships now because she can't trust the black man because her father died or her father was arrested or her father wasn't there. It's a cycle. And this cycle happened way before 2025. This happened way back then. So the fact that it happened way back then, it lets you know that this is a bigger picture and not a what this person is doing wrong or how do we fix this. It's been fucked since the beginning of time. So that's what I would say to Charlie and how I break that down to Charlie. Like, you can't speak on something you never experienced. You just can't. I would never tell you what it's like being a woman. I've been analyzing women my whole life. I have to capture them. We have to get them. Us men have to capture women to know how to speak to women, to know how to get them. Doesn't make me a woman. can't tell you the experience of what it's like living with women. I can tell you statistics on, oh, I think women like this. This how you should approach her. This how you should. Still doesn't make me a woman. So when these people speak on the black community, the environment, if you didn't live in it, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm KJ. I'm back. I'm going to react to so many videos. I'm glad I'm getting healthy. I love y'all. And get me on one of these shows because I cook. I will cook anybody. Just do this for a living. But yeah, KJ, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. What you think? Write in the comments. I'm going to respond back to y'all too. Comment. I want to hear y'all opinion on this. Let me know. Love y'all. KJ.